We watched the old joint address to Congress last night, or as I call it, rich people's 9/11.
President Biden unveiled his depraved plan to tax the rich to transform America into a functioning country instead of a racket for depraved billionaires.
It's time for corporate America and the wealthiest 1% of Americans to just begin to pay their fair share. Just their fair share. My fellow Americans, trickle down. Trickle down economics has never worked.
Trickle down economics failed. You only gave it 40 years.
You know, Biden didn't even have the common courtesy to announce a new war we can pretend our tax dollars are being funneled into.
Coming to you now, Senator, we assume that, like us, you're appalled at this unspeakable indignity. Any word from your colleagues in the House on when impeachment proceedings will begin?
So now, it's not a war on the rich. It's simply getting the most wealthy families in America and large corporations to pay their fair share.
I slept with my money just one final night together. We wept and clung to each other as the sun rose.
Aww. I want to talk about this ridiculous infrastructure bill. I thought it was to build roads for poor people to get out of this country. Turns out they get to pocket the money, and all we get is to not die falling into an infinite pothole.
Nearly 90% of the infrastructure jobs created in an American jobs plan do not require a college degree. 75% don't require an associate's degree. The American Jobs Plan is a blue-collar blueprint to build America. That's what it is.
So you're saying you want to refurbish bridges and refurbish the lives of people living under those bridges? Pick one.
Senator, has Joe Biden forgotten that the blue-collar worker's sole purpose in the American economy is to be easily manipulated by propaganda for political gain?
No, here's the deal, and here's what maybe you're going to feel better about for those of you who are lucky enough, rich enough to work from home and zoom it in all
Working
the time.
from home? We don't even work from work.
For the working class of America to be able to keep the economy going more effectively and more efficiently.
You know, Senator, respectfully, this infrastructure bill spits in the face of 19th century construction workers and those of us nostalgic for a time when humans were basically big screwdrivers.
Better days.
Oh, these delicate flowers demand a sewer system that doesn't barf up gallons of human waste into the bathroom floor every time they flush the toilet. Well, la-ti-da.
You know, clearly, Biden's really going all in on this responding to the needs of his voters thing. Good luck with that, asshole. Now, President Biden did push a controversial immigration proposal that would bolster a major U.S. import. People holding our emaciated Social Security upright.
On day one of my presidency, I kept my commitment and sent a comprehensive immigration bill to the United States Congress. If you believe we need to secure the border, pass it. If you believe in a pathway to citizenship, pass it.
Okay, let me guess. Immigration reform also requires raising my goddamn taxes?
Take it easy, Rich. Immigration is how we provide poor people with their new enemies.
Now, Senator, tell me this. If all the immigrants travel here, who the hell will work at the resorts I visit now that I'm vaccinated?
No. Look, this nation was built by immigrants, waves of immigration throughout our nation's history. And frankly, we know that it is positive for the nation's economy when we have immigrants coming here to work, contribute, pay taxes, and the next generation does even better.
Jill Biden's joint address guest was a DACA recipient who became a nurse. It's so important to highlight these stories of immigrants who have saved a lot of white lives in order for us to see them as people.
And there is a silver lining here. The more immigrants there are, the more people I can blame when my stupid son is immediately rejected by Duke. Now, moving on, federal investigators risked exposure to the rare Giuliani variant of COVID-19 to execute a search warrant where they seized cell phones and computers, stepping up a criminal investigation into Mr. Giuliani's dealings in Ukraine.
Now, President Biden insisted that there was no White House pressure to prosecute Giuliani, despite the obvious health benefit to America's divorcees should he be removed from their dating pool.
Were you aware of that raid before it happened?
I give him my word I was not. I made a pledge. I would not interfere in any way, order, or try to stop any investigation the Justice Department had underway.
The feds had no time to check with the president since they had to jump on the rare window when Giuliani wasn't airing out his feet at the 10th Avenue Ursula's Bronze Medal Jugatorium.
This is like getting Al Capone for tax evasion. They're nailing Giuliani on lobbying laws because they couldn't pin him down on incest laws. You know, I just hope the feds inflict Giuliani with the same level of pain and anguish that he's inflicted on dentists.
I'd say this is Giuliani's 9/11, but I just don't see how he'll find a way to profit off it.